You endorsed Joe Biden back in 2020, but this time around you say you're not going to endorse anybody. Charlemagne, now is not the time, in my opinion, to sit this one out.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I never said I was sitting it out.
What you gonna do?
I'm definitely voting in November, but what I like to focus on is issues, not individuals.
This is not breaking news. I don't think the president should run. I don't think Trump should run. I don't think President Biden should run. People see the president as older, and it's tough to get rid of that stigma. They don't feel the economic plan working, and his name is on it. And look, I voted for that stuff. I think it's great stuff, but you can't message to somebody, to feel differently than how they feel. And I think that's what they're doing. And so people, I think, are a little bit more nostalgic about Trump being in office, because I'm not sure things were better then, but they felt like they were, maybe even a pre-pandemic, and that's how they feel, and you've got to respect that. So the message has got to be, we got a ton of more work to do. We've been deindustrialized for 40 years. We've had globalization and automation. I know you're hurting. We're taking this brick by brick, step by step, and we got to keep building on what we did, and then lay out a little bit more of your futuristic agenda. But to just tell them they're doing better, look, I'm a Democrat, but that's just not going to work.
I think Tim Ryan is exactly right about that. So the Bidenomics speeches that Biden has been engaging in have not been persuasive to the American people, because the economy is different today compared to what it was when Trump was in charge. Obviously, the coronavirus pandemic erased some of the progress that was made under the Biden administration, economically speaking.
You endorsed Joe Biden back in 2020, but this time around you say you're not going to endorse anybody. Charlemagne, now is not the time, in my opinion, to sit this one out.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I never said I was sitting it out.
What you gonna do?
I'm definitely voting in November, but what I like to focus on is issues, not individuals. Like, when
but
you
why not endorse?
Huh?
Why not endorse Biden?
Because if I'm sitting here telling my listeners that, you have somebody out there who is a threat to democracy, you have somebody out there who said they want to, suspend the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. You saw this person, try to lead an attempted coup of this country, and I'm telling people that this guy is a threat to democracy. Have you ever read Project 25? There's only 2 candidates out there. So if I'm saying that about this individual, the choice is clear, right?
Every election cycle, I've caved into that framing, lesser of two evils, lesser of two evils. At this point, it's the only rallying cry that the Democratic Party has. Vote for us because the other guy is worse. It's been election cycle after election cycle, the same nonsense. And this time around, I'm not going for it. I'm not gonna fall for it, because the one saving grace for the Democratic Party previously was this idea that they're the decent ones. They're the ones who care about people of color. They're the ones who care about brown Americans. And then you see the slaughter of innocent Palestinian civilians with the Biden administration greenlighting it. And I just don't think they have a leg to stand on that issue.